All right, let's pick up number 9 on H. So for H, they gave us g of f of x. So start on the inside right here with f of x. F of x is 3x plus 2, so let's just replace f of x with 3x plus 2. So now I have g of 3x plus 2. So if I put 3x plus 2 in the place of x, that's going to be 2 times 3x plus 2 minus 1. So 2 times 3x plus 2 minus 1. All right, so now we're going to distribute. 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times 2 is 4, and then we've got our minus 1. So plus 4 minus 1 is going to give us plus 3. So that would be 6x plus 3. All right, then for I, we have f of g of 2. So start on the inside with g of 2. So that means put 2 in the place of g. 2 in the place of x in the g function. So let's come up here. If we put 2 in for x, put 2 in for x, that'd be 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1 is 3. So g of 2 is 3. So since g of 2 is 3, let's just replace g of 2 with 3. Now we have f of 3. So that means come to the f function and put 3 in for x. So that would be 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. So our final answer would be 11. All right, then the domain of f of g of x, the domain of a composition is going to be the domain of its inside function intersected with the domain of its final answer. All right, so for this guy, let's look at the inside function, g of x. Okay, so g of x is 2x minus 1. We need the domain of 2x minus 1. Your domain is going to be all real numbers unless one of two things happens. You have a fraction or a radical. I don't have a fraction or a radical, so then that domain would be all real numbers. All right, then look at f of g of x. The answer that we got for f of g of x was 6x minus 1. All right, so if we look for the domain of that, again, no fraction or no radical, so that domain would be all real numbers. So if we intersect all real numbers with all real numbers, we just get all real numbers. And the way we write that in interval notation is negative infinity to positive infinity. All right, and then, oh, sorry, I skipped J. So let's go back and look at J for just a second. So for J, they asked us to find the inverse of x. All right, so if we're trying to find the inverse of f of x, we've got f of x is equal to 3x plus 2. So the first thing we want to do is switch x and y. Okay, where's y? Well, it's right there. F of x is y. So we've got y equals 3x plus 2. So step number 1, switch x and y. That would be x equals 3y plus 2. X equals 3y plus 2. Then step number 2, I need to solve for y. I need to get y by itself. So let's subtract 2 from both sides. So that'll be x minus 2 equals 3y. And then to get y by itself, let's divide both sides by 3. So that would be x minus 2 over 3 is equal to y. That's going to be our inverse function. All right, and then last, number 10, they want to know, is x squared a one-to-one function? All right, first off, x squared is one of our toolkit functions, so we should know what that looks like without having to plot points or anything like that to graph it. We know what that graph looks like. And for it to be one-to-one, it has to pass both the horizontal and the vertical line tests. Okay, so here's the graph of y equals x squared, and you can see it's going to pass the vertical line test, so it is a function, but it is not going to pass the horizontal line test, so it is not a one-to-one function. So yes, it's a function, but no, it is not a one-to-one function.